recording going. Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Call. It's 9:03. Welcome to the call. State your name, where you're calling from.
Hey, it's Tian from Minnesota.
Hey Dion, how you doing?
Pretty good, thanks.
Awesome.
What's up?
Oh,
They are the Mavs.
Nah, that's Mike, bro.
Breakthrough!
There he is. Now that's it.
What's up, baby? Monday morning. No, it's not Monday. Holy macaroni. It's Wednesday. Golly.
Take the away.
Oh, man.
Awesome. Hey guys,
What's going on, everybody?
We've got some superstars on the line. We've got Julian Wong on the line, calling all the way in from Singapore. And as you know, he was at the last event with us, and he was rocking it out up there at one of the on one of the contests. Man, we got to see his video across the big screens and all that good stuff. Man, it was awesome, awesome, brother. Glad you were able to make it out here.
Nice.
Who else do we got calling in here? I know some of the people that are in the house now.
He just popped through from Brooklyn.
All right, on.
What's up, Jermaine? Welcome to the call.
Welcome.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool.
What's going on? Hey,
All right, everybody. Welcome to the call. There's a lot of new people on the call. Julian already started recording and started holding things down as he normally does. I'm pretty excited because now these chimes are just getting numerous every single day. We've been here for a little over 3 months. Actually, today is the 24th. This is our 3-month anniversary for this call. So that is a good deal. We are here strong. We've been here Monday through Friday since April 24th, and we're going to continue to do what we do every single day because we are building the greatest community of people developing the mindset to win. My man JR started us off, and Julian jumped on, and they all brought different types of flavor to the call and helped us to really grow and expand to where we are today. We've even got a website now called mindsettowin.com where you can go for nice little tips and tricks and videos from everybody. Whoever is involved with this call, you can submit information to us so that we can apply it to the website to help yourself get some more exposure and things of that nature. And never forget what this call is about, developing your mindset and also bringing your team members, your prospects to this call to help them build your mindset so they can see exactly where you are in your life right now, the type of exciting things that you're doing to move from point A to point B from where you are to where you want to be. I remember when we started this call back in April 24th of this year, we started and jumped out the gate with the topic, you need to be uncomfortable with being comfortable. That was the type of we started off with, and that's what we want you to constantly understand every single day that you wake up and you just, wake up with full of gratitude and decide to just press forward and get the job done, right? We don't want you to be comfortable anymore. We want you to constantly be uncomfortable and constantly growing your mental capacity, growing your skill set every single day because it's the only way to get better. It's the only way to have the true growth in your life, in your business, in your relationships, everything around you. It's all about getting better every single day. Michael Jordan isn't who he is because he stopped trying to get better. Kobe Bryant isn't who he is because he stopped trying to get better. Somebody who makes $1 billion a year didn't stop getting better. They're constantly working on themselves and learning how to just let that cash flow abundantly flow their way. If you really want to open up your mind to have money just abundantly flow into your life, just to have the right people flow into your life, you got to get yourself in the right flow. So today I'm going to start off the call with something I just came up with earlier this morning when I was listening to a Tony Robbins CD, and I was like, you know what, this is something that definitely needs to be applied to this call, and it's called the cycle of balance. I'll get into it in a few seconds. I just want to, everybody, for the sake of the recording, I just want you to state your name and where you're calling from. As soon as I shut up, I want somebody to state their name and where they're calling from, and I want everybody to just kind of trigger off that like a domino effect and go.
Breakthrough! J.R. Wells, Washington State, baby!
Jermaine Daniel, Brooklyn, New York.
Keep going.
Craig Whitehatcher, Toledo, Ohio.
Welcome to the call. Keep going. Woo! Keep going.
Minnesota.
Keep going.
Becky McCall, Burley Falls, Ontario.
Woo! Somebody just chimed in. State your name and where you calling from.
Hey, this is Julia.
Oh, man, they keep calling in. Julia, can you believe this? This is good stuff. This is what this is about. See, this is why we continue to do this call each and every day. Even though it was 3 of us on the call, we kept pressing forward because we knew that we were going to set fire somewhere. And here we are, proof. 3 months later, on our 3rd month anniversary, we have people chiming in all day long. And that's what I'm talking about. And we're going to start this training off with the cycle of balance, right? Yesterday, we talked about an exercise that you guys should be doing, and you should have started today. It's pretty much jotting down every single thing you've been doing for every hour of the day, to really map your productivity, to really truly see where you are, right? To really understand your productivity, to really understand if you're actually getting the job done, to really understand if you actually could be doing more to get more results. Sometimes we sit around and we're like, man, I'm not getting the results that we want, but are we actually tracking exactly what we're doing to get the results that we want? So this week is definitely going to open that up to your mind. It's going to open your mind up, right? It's going to help you. It's going to help you. Anybody in the background, if you got some noise going on, please press *6, and that's going to mute you out so that we can get this call going. All right, awesome. And if you need to come back in, just hit *6 again to ask any questions once we open up the lines. But let's move forward. Man, I just hear all the chimes and the giggles. I mean, it makes me feel good that people are chiming in to learn how to develop their mindset, because it's people like you that's going to pretty much take this industry to where it needs to be. It's people like you that are going to constantly grow their teams and change lives every single day. The people that get on this call, because I don't care what you do, what circumstance you face, it's all about your mindset and pressing forward. And with that being said, the first step, the cycle of balance, is to start cleansing your mind. Right? Now, when you go through the 7 weeks, the 7 days, if you want to do 7 weeks, you can, but the 7 to 10 days of jotting down exactly what you're doing each hour, I want you to start cleansing your mind, right? I want you to turn off the TV. I want you to cut off the radio, right? I want you not to gossip, right? I want you to constantly just focus on renewing and cleansing your mind. What this is going to help you to do is going to help you to expand your mental capacity, right? It's going to open your mind up to start receiving new ideals, right? It's going to open up your mind to just be awesome, be the awesome mind that it is, to do these wonderful things that it can do, as long as you start to clean out this unwanted baggage, right? So we're going to start by cleansing the mind by getting rid of the media. We're going to get rid of the media for 7 days. And after 7 days, I want you to say, Mike, wow. All right, and then what you're going to start to realize by the 3rd or 4th day, as you're cleansing your mind, you're going to start to realize that you watch these things based on how you feel, right? You watch these things maybe because you're lonely. You watch these things maybe because you're just feeling a little bit lazy. You're watching these things just because you want something to stimulate your mind, right? So we're going to cleanse this out. We're going to cleanse it out these 7 days, and we're going to help you to start stimulating your own mind with positive thoughts, right? With creative ideas for your marketing, with creative ideas of how to approach people, with creative ideas of how to simply make more income. Because, period, that's what we're here for, right? Right? A lot of you are like, yeah, Mike, I want to get my mindset together. I definitely want to press forward and be thinking positive thoughts, but, man, is it going to teach me how to make some money? It absolutely will, because you're going to open up your mind to new possibilities. You're going to open up to a whole new world of abundance once you start to cleanse out your mind. And the second part of cleansing out your mind, I want you to get the undone things done. Okay? See, we can't rise above the undone. We can't rise above it. I want you to start jotting down every single thing that you need to do or you've been meaning to do. See, there's a lot of things that are important, but they're not that important for us to do it right now. But here's the kicker. These things stick in the back of your mind. Right? And it takes up all the space for these creative ideals. It takes up all this space for you to start receiving ideas of abundance, because you got all this baggage just weighing you back, whether it's emotional, right? Maybe you need to go to the doctor and get your annual checkup. Go do it, right? Maybe you were putting together a marketing program. Just do it. Maybe you were meaning to tell somebody, a specific person, about your business opportunity. Just do it. Get it off your list. Jot it down so that you can move forward in your life and in your business. So that's step 1 to the cycle of balance, is cleanse your mind. step 2, I want you to interrupt the disruptive patterns that are creating the problem. I'm going to repeat that again. Number 2 is I want you to interrupt the disruptive patterns that are creating the problem, right? See, we have these different emotions, right? Laziness, anger, right? Sadness, loneliness, all these different emotions. And what this makes us do, it makes us eat more, right? It makes us absorb the media for entertainment so we can get a smile here or there, right? So we get angry. What is the pattern? What is the thing that's making you angry? Right now, in step number 2, it's your time to decide, I'm going to break the pattern and make the shift, right? We're going to interrupt the disruptive patterns that are creating a problem by deciding to break the pattern and make a shift. And when you're on this fast and you're disciplining yourself this week of the media and you're cleansing your mind, you're going to begin to understand what's making you angry, right? You're going to see these things. All of a sudden, you're going to see why you're not getting these specific results. All these things are going to start to open up, because now you're jotting down what you're doing hour on the hour, and then you're going to be like, man, by the end of the day, you're going to be like, I could have did 10 more things today that I was putting off for tomorrow. Man, I could have been getting more results today as opposed to waiting 2 weeks or 90 days down the line to get these results. We were on a call last night, a leader's call last night, and pretty much, Jermaine Steele said, why are you waiting 90 days to get the results? Get the results now. And, you kind of look up and you think about that, well, man, maybe he does have a point, right? Why am I waiting 90 days? What can I do now to make this happen? What can I do today to get $1,000 a day? How many people can I reach out to today to make sure I get $1,000 a day? How can I do it, right? He also told us to pay attention to the people who are doing it, right? Pick their brains. Hey, how are you doing it? You think they'll tell you how you're doing it. And as soon as they tell you, what do? You model. You model the strategy. You model the strategy. You keep modeling the strategy. Even if you hate the strategy, you keep modeling it, and you keep modeling it until you eventually disrupt your disruptive patterns that are creating your problems. And then step number 3 in the cycle of balance, I want you to provide your mind what it needs. Every single day, we're not providing our mind what it needs. For those who come on this call, 30 minutes is good, but I need you to be providing your mind all day long with what it needs. When you think about getting a snack, anybody with noise in the background, please press *6. Thank you very much. I want you to provide your mind with what it needs. Okay? Every single day. As I was saying, this call is powerful. This 30 minutes is powerful. It's going to get you in the mindset. It's going to get you in the mentality. It's going to help you to start expanding your mental capacity. But most importantly, I need you to be doing it throughout the day. See, throughout the day, we get hit with the ups, the downs, right? The sadness, the loneliness, right? The laziness. All throughout the day, it's just hitting us. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, welcome to the call.
It's Lois.
All right, thanks, Lois. As I was saying, provide your mind with what it needs. Lois, we're just getting through the call, hon. We're going to open up the call at the end of for any comments, questions, or concerns. All right?
Okay.
All right, fantastic.
It's okay. I didn't mean to say anything.
It's all right. If you ever get a little noisy, you can press *6, no problem. But this is an exciting thing that people are getting on the call, and they're excited to get on the call. So I have no problem being interrupted, because you know what? There's actually people out there who are getting on this call to listen to the value that myself is bringing, or JR is bringing, or Julian is bringing, or anybody who decides to come on this call and just spill out their guts and just share a breakthrough. Right? It's okay when you get a little interrupted, because there's people out there who are actually here listening and developing their mindset to win, because that's what we do, developing the greatest community, building the mind. We are building the greatest community of people developing the mindset to win. So just to reiterate, the cycle of balance is what? We want you to cleanse your mind. So while you're doing this exercise throughout the week, hour for hour, you are mapping out exactly what you're doing. You're going to begin to open up. All right? You're going to begin to open up to what's going on. Number 2, you're going to interrupt the disruptive patterns that you're going to interrupt the disruptive patterns that are creating a problem, and decide to break the pattern and make the shift. And number 3, you're going to provide your mind with what it needs. Oh man, Julian, you still out there?
Yeah, I'm still here, brother. I'm still here.
All right, dope. We're at 12:06 16 on the call. Usually roughly around this time, we get into some more strategies. Usually Julian will bring some more strategies. I don't know if it's planned today, if he's going to bring out a strategy or if he's going to have a guest just come out and juice you guys up to get you going, because it is hump day and we want to make sure that you reach your goals by Friday.
That's right.
So, Jules,
that's right.
I'm opening up the call for you, my brother.
Awesome. Thank you. Actually, you know what? Your topic today was perfect because, I was thinking about the challenge that we put out there yesterday about, going through and just documenting everything that you do all day long, from eating, going to the bathroom, taking your shower, surfing the web, chatting on Facebook, making sales, right? Doing your blog posts, watching TV, hanging out with your family, everything, right? Because if we don't know what we're doing all day long and able to look at that, how can we go through and fine-tune, right? How can we go through and fine-tune that stuff? And so, it's interesting that you brought up the point from Jermaine yesterday on the leadership call about why are we waiting for 90 days and why are we not just going out and doing what we need to do to get it today, right? And I was thinking about that last night. I put the challenge out there, and I was saying, let's document it for a week and then go back and fine-tune and see, where we can make improvement. And then I was thinking to myself last night, I'm like, after what Jermaine said, I'm like, why are we waiting a whole week to start fine-tuning what we can start doing today, right? So what you have is perfect about, interrupt the disruptive, right, and cleansing our mind and start making changes, right? We don't need to wait until the 7 days to finish this and then start making changes and see how they're improving. I mean, I went through my day yesterday, and I started documenting, and I started, looking at how long I spent on a few, coaching calls, and I was looking through it. I'm like, man, some of these, I could have tightened them up. There was a little bit too much chatter going on, right? And I was thinking to myself, well, if I tighten it up on my calls for coaching, right, and we do a little less chatter, right, a little less, how's it going, all things are going good, and get down to the business, well, their coaching call is going to be a little bit shorter, and it's going to be a little bit better because they're going to get some more results, because they're going to get the information they need in a short amount of time, and they can go apply what we did on the coaching call, right? So I was thinking, there's room for improvement always, and we all know that. We're on this call. We're developing our mindset, right? And so we know that there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
And so, guys, if you're doing that 7-day challenge of documenting everything you're doing, go in today. If you did it yesterday, go in today and look at what you did yesterday. And where can you make an improvement and make that improvement today? Right? Why should we hold off on progress? Right? In the book that we're reading right now, we're reading The Magic of Thinking Big, right? And that's by David Schwartz. And if you need the book or you need a link or something, contact whoever invited you here. They probably have an Amazon link. If not, then you can go to mindsettowin.com, get the audio or get the book off of there. We're finishing up the last chapter. We're in chapter 4, right? But this is the magic of thinking big, right? No more playing small. Where in your life did you decide that it's okay to play small? Maybe somebody said something to you and you got a little less confident. Maybe you didn't get those results that you want, so you got a little less confident. But I want you to look around on this call and listen on this call. People that are chiming in on this call, people who are calling in from long ways away, they're getting results. They're getting results not only in their business but in their life. Right? They're developing their mind. They have started to think big. And they decided for themselves that I'm going to get everything I damn can in life and in my business. Right? I'm going to spend the time that I want with my family. Right? I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to see what I want to see. Right? They started thinking big. Right? They stopped thinking small. Started pushing themselves, developing themselves. They've realized, like we said on the call yesterday, like what Vic was saying, the first income-producing activity I can do to take my income to the next level, to get me the lifestyle that I want, to do the things that I want, is personal development. And that personal development is developing your mindset. That's exactly what you're doing on this call. It's why you're in the right place at the right time doing the right thing, right? Because you're developing you. And when you develop you, let me tell you guys something. When you guys develop you develop the greatest asset you will ever have in your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
There is no asset greater than you. And the asset that you possess that is the most powerful tool, the most powerful money-making machine, right? The most powerful thing that can help another human being is the thing that's right behind your forehead.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So, guys, that's what I have for you today. Just adjust. Don't wait the 7 days. Start making changes to your thing, your documentation right now. Whatever you're doing every day, start making those changes. I do want to bring out some of our guests that are on the call. JR, you, I know you're still out there, brother.
Yeah, buddy, it is game time.
Nice.
You know, real quick, I first off want to, commend everybody who jumped onto this call. First and foremost, accept the power of abundance, accept the leadership qualities that you have, that you possess. You are a leader and your life is changing today. Accept it. Mike, you're freaking phenomenal, man. My palms are sweating. Julian, I mean, the value and the energy that you guys bring to this call every single day, not missing a beat like heartbeats, it's absolutely phenomenal. And really, Mike, you touched on some really, really, really key points, today in reference to clearing the mind, interrupting the disruptive patterns, and providing the mind what it needs. By coming to this call, my friends, it's all about reprogramming your mind. Reprogramming your mind and having that assignment for 7 days to jot down the things that you're doing. It's reprogramming your mind to think in a different way, to think in a way of abundance, to think in a way that I'm doing different things. See, to have the things that other people don't is by doing the things that other people won't. So you have to find yourself, like we said, becoming uncomfortable, being comfortable. I'm going to tell you real fast, the power of breakthrough. We just got back from the convention, No Wussy Convention in Denver, Colorado. It was such an amazing event. And before, and this is just, oh my gosh, it's just coming together. It's so empowering, and I'm so thankful and grateful for the universe and for the people surrounding me. It's just edification. So what happened before this event, my friends, I cleared my mind. See, I got off the calls. I got into some craziness in reference to what my mind created. My mind created me to go into the field and go and relate to the people who are in the struggle on the 9-to-5 grind. I wasn't 9 to 5, and my friends, I left my house about 6 o'clock in the morning and didn't return till that night at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, grinding. And I felt the passion. I felt what it was like to slave, to get up early in the morning when you weren't done being tired. I felt what it felt like to watch your family sleeping peacefully, knowing that you're going to miss the entire day, the entire afternoon, the entire night. I felt that. I felt the power of getting into my car, looking at my gas tank. Why is my shit empty? I felt the power of sitting in the traffic. I felt the power of looking side to side of people stuck in traffic who are tired, who are miserable, who are broke, busted, and disgusted. The people who are finding themselves at the end of the month with no money. I found myself in a position talking to some coworkers where one got off early and was looking for a ride, and I made a statement to him and said, "Brother, why don't you catch the bus? I don't have bus money." I said, "You've been working here for a year." He said, "Yeah." I said, "There's a problem. Breakthrough." So the clearing of the mind is so important, my friend. It's so important. You've got to have clarity. That is the beginning of the abundance formula. You have to clear your mind. You have to believe that you're worth more. You have to believe that there is a better life worth living. You have to believe that you're here to leave a legacy. You have to believe in you, my friend. I went to this Denver convention, my friends, and you can hear it from, there was a skid mark. Let me give you a quick little analogy. This might gross you out a little bit, but you'll be able to get a real quick analogy. Have you ever hit a taco truck? Have you ever ate something that just didn't settle well with your stomach, and you were out in traffic somewhere and you really needed to go boo-boo, and it was just so bad, and it just hurting so bad, and you're getting closer to the house, and it's like the closer you get to the house, the more you got to boo-boo, and it's just hurting and hurting and hurting, and you feel like you got to squeeze a fart out. Oh, my God, what was that? Oh, I hope it's okay. You get to the toilet, you sit down, you let it go, and then you notice, oh, damn, I have my white drawers on. Now I left a skid mark. Oh, my God. What do I do? What do I do? Well, what do? You go and wash your clothes, you put bleach on it, shout it out, you do what you need to, and then when you wash it, you throw it in the dryer, you pull it out, there's still a mark there. That's what was left in Denver, my friends, with Breakthrough. The reason why Breakthrough was such a mark being left, my friends, was because of the clearing of my mind. My intention was set to break through, and not only just break through for me, but break through for everybody that was there. And today, my friends, it's your day to break through. Today is the day that you break through. Today is the day that you focus on the things that are going to create the income that you want, the IPAs are going to come to you so easy today. And through the rest of your building of your business, my friends, today is your day that you're going to break through because your intentions are clear. You set your standards high. You're thinking big. And you're thinking rich. Think abundantly, my friends. Think how many people you can honestly change by opening your mouth and sharing value. And the only way you're going to be able to share value, my friends, is by attracting the value, soaking the value, coming to these calls every single day, listening to your audios, reading daily, doing the things that you need to do to reprogram your mind. My friends, today is the day that you break through.
Awesome, man. Thank you, JR, for coming out there. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, brother. So glad
love you guys.
You and have share some drinks and everything out in Denver, man. It was awesome. Hey, I think if we got a little bit more time, if our good friend Julian Wong is still on the call, I'd like to bring him out. I think he's got a lot of he can drop on this thing just because he himself has gone through a major transformation, and I'm sure he's got some value he can just drop on this call. Julian, are you still out there?
Yeah, right here.
Awesome, brother. You mind coming out and just sharing a little bit about what you think on the call and all that kind of good stuff?
Well,
I know I put you on the spot there. You were just like,
I know. Exactly, I was multitasking.
No worries, brother.
What would you like me to start?
Maybe just share a little bit about your story. I mean, I know, let me introduce you. Guys, if you may not know who Julian Wong is, but he's my long-lost brother from another mother out in Singapore. And, he and I hooked up. We've been competing on the first pages of search engine for quite a while now and having a good time doing it. And it's always great when I get up on search engines, I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get on page one. Oh, what's this? What? Affiliate Bastard's already here? Come on now. I love it. I love it, man. But Julian is really a phenomenal leader. He's got something going on over in Singapore that is amazing. And I'm so glad that we were able to get connected and start just building our relationship, just marketing online and being, working in the community together. And he's got something really awesome over there. I think it's called the Singapore Internet Marketing Mastery or something like that, Julian. It's something like that, right? And
something like that. It's called the Singapore Internet Mastermind.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and so in there he is helping tons of people not only build an online business, right, and become free so that they can live the life that they want to live, but he's helping them grow every single day. I mean, he's got a place. They come to the place. He does presentations. I mean, the whole nine. And so I see his photos on Facebook and the videos and the Google Hangouts, and this guy is just out there taking massive amount of action. And so, Julian, I just want to open the call up for you. You can just share whatever. I mean, we just share whatever on this call that you would like to share. It's called about mindset, as you know already, just listening to the call. So maybe you can just share a little bit about your story and kind of the transformation that you had to go through to get to where you are today. Because you had an amazing story that was shared at the Denver event on screen, and you kind of went through how you went through, from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, sure. So what I'll probably do is I'll spend a few minutes kind of like going through my story and the journey that I've been through, and then right after that I want to probably go through a couple of tips, some stuff that could benefit people who are already part of Empower Network, and perhaps those who are looking into it as well, and just some mindset issues that I find to be very useful, and these are some of the things that I share with my team quite a lot of the time. All right, so just so that everyone knows me a little bit better, basically, like I used to be a tennis instructor for like the longest time. So this started when I was 18. I was like coaching tennis like for square cash and running some tournaments and here and there, and basically it paid it was a nice extra pocket money back then. But through the years, because my experience grew and referrals, and I also kind of got into Google PPC. Just promoting myself. I was like the first one, and one of the dominant ones on Google in my country for tennis services. So anything tennis, usually I'm number one. So that kind of got me started with internet marketing, got me interested in the things. But back then I was still using it to grow my business. But over the past decade, basically it's been a bread and butter thing. And at the peak of it, it was very nice income. I've been very comfortable. Like last September, before things went bad, I was actually making about 2.6 grand a week, and that was what I've gone to be used to, and as a result, my lifestyle basically has been pretty comfortable as well. But things actually went bad about 6 months back when Singapore had this long period of rain. It started all the way in November and went on until about May this year. It was ridiculous. So basically what happened back then was that although I actually went from like 2.5 grand a week to less than 1,600 in a month. That was how bad it was. And I still remember back then, it was in November. It was like the school holidays, so week after week after week it was raining. But then again, in my mind I was thinking, it can't possibly be that bad, right? It can't last forever. Maybe you just give it another week and it'll be back to good weather again. So in my mind I was thinking, okay, I'm getting lots and lots of requests and bookings via email, as well as via my website. So demand was great, and I thought, okay, we're going to scale up. So I dumped more into online marketing, and basically it got even more responses from potential people to take part in my tennis programs for school holidays. And as a result, there was so much demand, and I even had to get additional standby tennis instructors to cope with the demand. And what I was thinking is, it was pretty much like looking back, it was almost like gambling. It's like whenever you make a mistake, you double up kind of thing. So I was scaling up and scaling up and scaling up, and if things worked my way, just to give you an idea of how lucrative that was going to be. I was actually set to run 5 tennis camps simultaneously in a week.
Wow.
And to give you an idea how much that paid, it's like $400 per person per week, and there's basically 12 in a class. So multiply that by 5 locations, and you can get an idea of how much money that is. And
wow.
and a lot of that would actually go to me, because I'll be paying these helpers like basically just a flat hourly salary, but most of it would go to me. But because of the rain that went nonstop, I took like the full collateral damage, and I even had to pay them retainer like week after week, because I still thought that all I needed was like that one shot, and I would basically cover everything back and more. So but the thing was that the rain didn't let up, and it went all the way to January, and I got so depressed, because that's when the kids were back to school, and the adults were back to work as well. So I was pretty bummed out, and on my birthday, on my 29th birthday this year, it was in mid-January. I was literally at a rock bottom of my life. I had nothing to my name but just several, like it was like lots of debt. Just imagine like maxing out 5 credit cards and as well as 2 credit lines. It was pretty bad. So that was when I decided to I didn't know what to do. But at that point of time, um, like as a kid, I was thinking of how I used to be brought up by my grandma for the first 12 years of my life. So I was actually quite distant from my parents because my mom, especially, she was like a career woman. She was a stockbroker, so she was very busy and into her job. So they only saw me like one day a week. And to be honest with you, because my grandma became so close, she was like a real mom to me rather than my biological mother. So when it came to the weekend, actually didn't even want to see my parents sometimes. Like, who are you? You know. So
Yeah.
thinking of how that felt, and thinking of how I was basically dragged back to my parents' place, kicking and screaming when I was 13. Um, I was thinking that okay, I definitely don't want that to happen to my kids, and that's what's going to happen if I had to go back into taking a regular office job again. I mean, one of the things that was good for me about the tennis business that I ran was that it allowed me a lot of time flexibility, a lot of time at home. I'll probably be out 2 hours in the morning and probably another 3-4 hours in the evening, and that's basically it. I still have the midday chunk, which is when both kids are awake. But if I had to go to an office job, number one, I had no track record in working for anyone. So if I started in a job, I would start from the bottom. And to take in the amount of money that would require to pay off, all my expenses, I'm probably working long hours as well. So if I kept that up, it's going to be hitting the same way as my parents. So I had two choices, obviously. I mean, but this is definitely not a choice. There's only one option left, and that was basically to just get serious with what was producing results, and that was internet marketing. But I mean, in case you guys had an idea that I was just a fresh start in partner, no, like I mentioned, I did some pay per click last time with my tennis site, and then after my tennis site, I got the forex niche as well. I was doing forex blogging, and I did broker referrals, broker reviews, affiliate marketing products for forex, like signal services and stuff. And actually, that was making good money for a while. In fact, I did that for about the past 3 years. But in the last year, once again, it was just like tennis. It kind of dried up simultaneously. So I had two income streams dry up simultaneously on me last year. So it was pretty bad. Forex actually went down first because there was a lot of economic instability, and that resulted in a lot of people losing money. So I used to get a lot of broker commissions from people who joined certain financial broking houses through my links on my website. But either they lost money or perhaps they just got scared. I mean, personally, I got hit pretty bad in Forex as well. So, and then when it came to affiliate products, I used to easily get, this residual income from my Forex blog. So when I got to know about affiliate beast mode through Julian Tang, it just kind of clicked, because I believe in residual income through, like affiliate reviews and stuff. And that's what I did. And I used to get residual, like 3-4K a month of easy. It just comes in because my Forex site used to get a lot of traffic. But over time, the refund rates went up as well. So at that point in time, I knew that internet marketing was the way to go, but I needed to start from scratch. And that's how I actually came across Empower Network. I actually joined it like last September, just like 1-2 months before things went bad for me. But some of the efforts that I put in back then suddenly, started surfacing like, hey, I gotta, you received $25 commission and you received $100 commission, and out of nowhere it's like, 500 here and there. It's like when people are upgrading. So that's why I decided to scale up. And that's basically that's what you guys saw in the video. If you haven't seen it, that's pretty much how it was. And then from there I decided that, oh, by the way, my sponsors actually quit, so for those of you who are listening out, and in case you had a sponsor that quit on you, it's not the end of the world. You're in great company over here. Because I believe in this call right now, even in the groups for this that the people are in, basically there's always a very good culture of caring and sharing. And for me, I didn't get to tap into that, for the first couple of months. So for the first 4 months, I was pretty much groping in the darkness, and but I still managed to make a result through sheer resolve. And finally, when I got things figured out, that's when I started doing the group and stuff. So basically, I just want to share some insights with people who who may be wondering how to build a business, or perhaps maybe you've been abandoned by someone in the past. So just want to get into some tips right now. Like for those of you who are into Empower Network or in any other network marketing business, one of the things that I see a lot is that people tend to do it, the wrong way. The wrong way is to basically go out there and try to promote the company, right? So, for instance, like if most of us here are on most of us here on Empower Network, is that right? And
yeah, most people aren't in Empower. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the breakthroughs that I received, right? As you know, there are a lot of people joining the company every day. It's like 500 or 600 people a day now, and that actually means that there are more and more active people out there promoting the same offer. The way to do it well, and so that you never run into issues with saturation, is basically to build your business on Empower Network and not build Empower Network. So I'm gonna say that again. Sorry. Don't just build Empower Network, but build your business upon Empower Network as a platform. I hope you guys get that.
Awesome.
So,
yeah. That's
and brand yourself.
Yeah, and more or less. Okay, so just to clarify how that works, right, is that when I sell, or when any of my team members sell, this is what I train them to do. I mean, like, I tell them, instead of selling Empower outright, you in fact want to paint a vision and sell that vision to people. And the catch is that to be part of that vision that you're going to give them, if you are required to be a part of Empower Network first.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's what we do. So that's, we actually tie everything together, right? So in that vision that we have, basically, when someone comes into the business, I very quickly, kind of give them a bit of a clarity exercise to kind of find out about where they're at. And I may just want to share with you this clarity exercise a little later on, but basically once they come in and saw the clarity, right, and then they ask them, like, free or paid. So let's say if it's going to be free marketing, you need to learn how to do it, right? So that's actually where they plug into a mode. And if someone wants to go the paid route, then basically I plug them into a co-op such as like VSN or something like that,
Right.
So actually a framework that we have, and that actually sets people up to make multiple income streams from the very start. It's different from what people may do, which is just to basically push the company. No, that's not the right way to do it. I mean, like, so in my classes, or on some of the hangouts that I do, people see me drawing stuff on the whiteboards and on the screen sometimes, and basically that's what it is. I kind of paint a vision on how big this is, how big this can be, what kind of things that I want to do in the next couple of months, or as a team, what we want to do in the next couple of months, and how you can be part of that. I mean, that's how we do it, and that's how I actually get bigger sales this way, and get much more retention and much more commitment this way as well. The vision,
awesome.
And build the product upon the vision. Yeah.
So would you say that your people, like in your team, they buy into the vision, and not only do they buy into the vision, but it also becomes part of their vision.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And so because it's now part of their vision, and you're working together, you're getting more results.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You're both passionate about it, because it's not just Julian's vision. It's Julian and his teammates' vision, right? And they're both focused on the same thing and going after the same thing, and you have that clarity, right? You run them through the clarity exercise, and boom, then you're just like off and running. Wow.
That's right.
Wow, that's awesome. Did you have something else you want to share, or was
that
it?
Do you want me to run through that clarity exercise?
If it's not too long, yeah, you can run through it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So this is actually for people who are, a lot of people think they have to hit rock bottom. I would say that looking back 6 months ago when I was flat out, it was a blessing, because if I wasn't in that situation, then I wouldn't probably recognize how much I need to be up. And it's also true, when you put an inverted cup, you drag it beneath water. The further down you drag it beneath, the higher it's going to bound on the water. It's not proportional to how far you drag it down. But for those people who are there are actually two other types of people. I mean, like those who are very challenged. These are the ones that are most likely to get the most results. But what about those who are, let's say you're comfortable, you're comfortable because you're in that no satisfaction, at the same time no dissatisfaction kind of mode, right? No satisfaction, no dissatisfaction. And then perhaps there's another group of people that could be, like you're well off from another business, or maybe from a rich family, a huge inheritance or something. So these two other groups of people typically kind of struggle to find out why must I do this, why, and how can I be passionate enough to do this properly, right? So here's what I actually tell some people to do, and it works pretty well. So the thing is, like first of all, kind of have a look at yourself. Try and look at yourself from the outside, and basically you want to ask yourself, like, are you happy with yourself? And the next thing is that what can be improved. So when you're doing that, basically look at the image of yourself and kind of start factoring in what are the things that you want improved about yourself. And let's say, well, it's not about yourself this time, but it's looking at the image of yourself, maybe on your right. Picture this other mirror image of yourself just out to the right. And basically, like, I want you to start making changes to this person. And with the changes that are put in, I mean, this is actually quite a long exercise, but I'm just talking you through the very gist of it. But kind of visualize those changes that you want to make. It could be, it could be very physical things. So let's say, okay, I hate wearing specs, so maybe I want to get LASIK done or something. Or let's say, I don't really like the way I look. Maybe I want to change my wardrobe. Maybe my jackets are too sizes too. Doesn't make me sharp. Okay, but once you kind of tweak the image of yourself and kind of like think of what things you really want to have, then that's where you can actually feel the gap between where you want to be and where you're at. It's never possible that someone is truly satisfied with themselves. There's always areas that people want to improve. And then you kind of visualize, that gap and where you want to be, and that's going to create a focus as well as a desire to want to be there instead of now. Because you put yourself into that person over there on the right, which is basically you, feel like how that's going to be different for you, and basically once you get a taste of what's better, you never go back to what's better. Hope you guys get that.
Yeah. Wow. Man, that clarity exercise is freaking phenomenal. Man, Julian, I gotta get out, hang out with you. I want to go through the full thing since you say it's longer. we gotta get on something, guys. I hope you got that, man. Julian just dropped you guys all kinds of he's dropping gold bars behind him, man. I hope you guys are picking them all up. Hey, brother, thanks for coming out on the call. We've gone 30-minute call, and we got here almost an hour, and I just think it was just totally worth it. It was totally worth it to have JR come out. It's totally worth it to have Julian come out. Both these guys just dropped on all kinds of just gold. Normally we say golden nuggets, man. These guys just dropping gold bars behind them. So I hope you guys are picking up all the. Damn it. So, hey guys, thanks for joining us on this call. Thanks for celebrating our 3-month anniversary. And so it's a celebration of a 3 months. I think it's great that we went almost an hour here. And so we're just going to wrap this call. You can text motivation to 77948. Motivation to 77948. We will see you guys here tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and midnight, 12 a.m. Singapore time. All right? So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. And thanks, everyone.
We have a man of the future amongst us.
Later.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Peace! Breakthrough!
Breakthrough.